Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Let's Play King's Quest II VGA. I gotta be a little bit quiet right now. It's a little bit after midnight, and one of my housemates is asleep, so don't want to be too loud. Wake him up. He is asleep, and he does wake up pretty early. So we're gonna be kind of quiet in this one. So I'm gonna just turn the voice and text on, because we're going to be getting the second gem, and I would turn the voices on anyway. It's just that right now there's like a lot of talking we got to do for this horse, so we'll be quiet for a little bit so we can talk to them, and then we'll do some things and get the second stone. Yeah, alright, so here we go. Also, I don't have my mouse plugged in because I left my mouse in my car, actually my truck, because I took it to school with me and I forgot it a couple of days ago, so it's in my truck and I'm too lazy to go out and get it, so here we go. Click on the horse.
That was quite a gamble, to refuse an enchanter.
True, but I could not have accepted, even if I had wanted to. For I am a disciple of the cloud, and can serve no land dweller.
Disciple of the cloud? What does that mean?
First, tell me of what you seek up here.
You take a deep breath, then explain about the Door of Destiny, the gems of nature, and your present quest to locate the growth gem.
So, you seek the air gem?
Yes, that is right. You know of it?
Most certainly. But you will not be able to reach it by any means available to you or any of your kind. I would gladly take you to it, but alas, the enchanter took and hid from me my bridle. Without it, we could search for 1,000 years and still never find the cloud spirit.
Where did he hide your bridle?
I do not know. Perhaps a clue may be found in that blackguard's abode behind me.
What is this spirit you speak of?
The essence of what you seek. It passes through us as we grow, all through our lives, though few are ever aware of it. You will know soon enough when I take you to it.
Why do you choose to serve this cloud spirit?
It is my destiny, and I must fulfill it, just as you must fulfill yours.
I was not aware that I had one.
All of us have a destiny. Some are predestined, others are determined by choice. I believe yours to be of the latter.
You don't have anything else to say to the steed.
Yeah, we're a little bit crazy assuming that, a freaking Pegasus, well, even though while it is a Pegasus, can speak. So I showed you this puzzle in the last video, but I've forgotten it. I know the answer because I played a couple nights ago, just trying to get
You walk closer. You read.
I played a few days ago just to remember which stone it was. Let's see. In row of stones that number 6, half and a pair from left you pick. Quell then my spell, avoid the tricks.
The engraved.
I know what it reads, narrator. You don't need to read it for me because I can read the text. Well, so we got to go back to one of the areas near the beginning that had 6 stones, and luckily for us, it's right. No, I'm not used to, like, I'm serious, like, I never use my touch pad or my mouse pad if I can avoid it. Like, I hate gaming with it, I hate everything with it, but I just forgot it, and I was like, well, one of my housemates is gone, the other one's asleep, true, but I can at least record something tonight, so, yeah, let's go back down, and get that bridle.
You unroll the
And
carpet.
Stop interrupting me, narrator. I'm pretty sure you only have a set number of uses for the magic carpet. I think in the original there was just one. It was only a one time. This, I think you only have 2 times, and then it goes away. Well, let's see. Here's 6 rocks right here. And I already know the answer. One, because I know the riddle, and secondly, I've also looked it up on GameFAQs, and yeah, I'm kind of mean like that. Anyway, the best way to get this is we have to use the emerald that we got in the last video. This is, I don't know why I'm pointing at it with my finger, but this is basically, excuse me, this is like the best item to use in the game. We're going to be using it almost for the rest of the game because it's just that amazing of an item. Well, let's see. I'm fairly certain it's this one, but if you just choose, like, here, let's choose this one.
You bend over and hold the emerald above the stone so that the sun's light channels through it. That's the danger in getting stoned.
Lol, 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 lol. So, you die if you get the wrong one. Luckily, and I hope it doesn't happen again, but I swear, like the second time I was replaying through, because I've replayed through this game like 5 times, because I love the hell out of this remake, really do. It may not seem exciting, but when you're playing it, it's such a deep, rich game. It's so beautiful, and this is like probably my favorite free game I've ever played. I could have sworn though that because this is the stone right here, and I mean you can pause the video and figure out the logic itself of why it is. But I could have sworn that I just kept restoring the game, and clicking on this stone right here, and I'm pointing again with my finger. I don't know why. I could have sworn that this was the right one, but I kept dying. But yeah, that's the stone.
You bend over. Incredible. The rock has transformed into a silver-studded bridle.
Yeah, so here we go. We get the bridle.
You take the bridle.
Notice like there's a lot of bridles in this series. Like I doubt it's even a coincidence. It probably is intentional. But you have to kind of also think about like why would the enchanter, like, this is knowing full well that that someone would be able to get past the snake that was the horse, get past solving everything and make a gem. This, like, I may not be making sense because I'm kind of tired. Like I said, I wanted to record something because I was in the mood to. But you have to like think about it. That how would the enchanter have known that someone would have gone through all that trouble to get the bridle? So he would have also had to booby trap stuff as well. And as far as I'm aware, like I think in the booklet, a downloadable booklet, it says that this is like a enchanter who's been terrorizing Kalima for years, along with Hagatha. So, I'm sorry, I bumped the mic. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know why that's like that, because, I mean, you'd think if it was an enchanter and you put an amazing curse on something, you wouldn't really need to booby trap other things just because, you're that freaking awesome. So let's head back to the Pegasus and give him this bridle.
As you reach down to get the carpet, it vanishes into thin air without even so much as a puff of smoke.
Yep, so that's the limit to our item use. So, I have that bridle. Let's head on up to the air spirit. I don't know why I'm pausing.
You slip the bridle over the horse's head. It whinnies its approval.
Yay.
Come, climb upon my back.
Okay. You offered.
Hold on. This will be a little accelerating.
I regret everything! This was a horrible choice.
The disciple of the cloud gracefully soars high into the sky. You grip the reins tightly and hold on for dear life as he swoops and dips between the clouds. After a time, he draws near to a thick patch of luminous mist. As you pass through it, the horse sets itself down, seemingly on top of a cloud.
It is all right. You can dismount now.
Believing that you have finally lost all sense of reason, you dismount and prepare for a very long drop. And find yourself standing on a cloud.
How is it possible that I can stand upon thin air?
Such are not the questions you should be asking. You have come for the Air Gem, or the Growth Gem as it was once named by the ancients. It has not been termed thus without reason, for one who would have the gem as his own must prove himself grown and thus worthy of it.
Meaning, no disrespect.
Cloud Spirit.
Thank you. You must agree, Cloud Spirit, that I am a man fully grown, thus fulfilling your prerequisite.
A howling wind deafens you momentarily, though you feel nothing on your skin. The cloud spirit speaks again, a little more forcefully.
It is not enough that you have grown in body. That much is evident. It must be
Tested?
those who bear the burden of king are expected to possess certain qualities. Your actions will be judged against the weight of these. It shall be seen whether you are deserving of your title. It shall be seen whether you are worthy of the growth gem.
After a moment of silence, the cloud spirit intones,
Behold your first test.
The mist around you clears, and you find yourself in a familiar place. This is Daventry, and furthermore, you are a child again. A slight dizziness overwhelms you for an instant. How strange, you no longer recall anything past this moment in time. It is as if this is happening again for the first time. Even stranger, you are still vaguely aware that you are undergoing a test of some kind, though for what purpose you cannot fathom. But look, it is Malvolio, your best friend. The two of you are deeply engrossed in a game of bat and ball.
Ouch!
Uh-oh! That sounds like the king now! What do we do?
You there.
Yes?
Yes? Is that how you address your liege?
No, your majesty, King Edward, sir. I mean, sire.
Which of you two boys threw that ball? The one that just happened to land on my head?
Okay, oh, wow, I forgot we could actually, like, save and everything here. Oh, yeah, so, we've gone back to certain parts of our lives, and why is my audio so loud? I have this mic turned down a bit. Sorry. Yeah, so we can do things, and this test isn't more about us being old. This is about us, mentally being prepared of, like, you know, responsibility and stuff like that. So we have to choose the right one, and we can talk to King Edward. And let's see. So let's see, you know, you kind of back up your friends. What are friends for? Well, that's not a responsible thing. Well, any sensible person would do it under the circumstances. No. Absolute absolution. I actually don't know what that means, and that's not the right one. Partners in crime. No. And the sacrificial lamb. This proves that, you know, you'll be taking... You know, you all know what sacrificial lamb is, you know, taking responsibility despite the consequences. So, yeah, that's the right answer.
You summon all your courage and speak up.
Your majesty, if you please. It was I who hit the ball over the castle wall. It was my fault completely. Please do not punish my friend.
The king eyes you carefully. You wonder if you are now in serious trouble.
I would not punish one for something so trivial. However, I will see you play your game elsewhere, away from here.
Yes, sire.
One more thing, my young fellow. You have demonstrated good character today by taking the blame for your friend. The finest knights in this realm demonstrate their compassion by protecting others, even if that should mean putting themselves at risk. I find that to be a rare quality in the many I meet. When you have grown up, I hope to see you again, perhaps in my service.
Thank you, your majesty.
Behold your second test.
You feel yourself growing older, more so than before the tests began. Again, dizziness overcomes you. Your memory of the previous test fades, and in its place, your mind is filled with the knowledge of everything that has since come to pass. This includes, unfortunately, the dreadful misfortunes which have plagued Daventry since the coming of the terrible three-headed dragon. To make things worse, your 17-year-old daughter has been demanded as its latest sacrifice. In return, it will not harm the rest of the population until the next demand. You would go forth to destroy the dragon yourself, but you no longer have the heart for such quests. Never have you felt so forlorn, so frail. You fear that given the choice, you would do anything to rectify the situation.
A charming view. No wonder you come here so often.
You. I will see you hanged for this intrusion. Guards! Guards!
Calling them will do you no good. For even if they come, they will find their king speaking to only the air he breathes.
A pox on thee! Who are you?
My name, my true name, has been heard by none for nigh on a millennium. It is enough that you know me as the Father.
Then say what you have come to say and be gone.
You never were one for small talk.
You cursed my family. As a result, that dragon is now loose upon the land, and one of my children was kidnapped.
Now that is not quite the truth.
Do you deny your involvement?
Not at all. It is just that you have omitted so much.
Speak, and be gone.
Very well. I want your crown.
You cannot believe what you have just heard. This vile creature has caused untold misery throughout your land for nearly 18 years and has now infiltrated your castle just to ask that you hand over your authority to him? Of all the outrageous...
Is that what this is all about? You want to rule Daventry?
What would I want with a puny little kingdom when in a few short years I will have more power than Legitimor himself? No, I want only the thing you wear atop your head. Your crown. It is an essential part of my plan. Without it, my efforts to prepare for the ascension will have been in vain. I have waited far too long to be deterred from it now.
If you need it that badly, you could have just taken it. You had plenty of opportunities.
Are you completely ignorant of the legends of your predecessors? None can possess the crown of the first king unless it's given.
If you think for one moment that I would...
Before you speak further, consider this. In exchange for what I ask, I shall lift my curse and all that it entails from you and your blighted land. You shall have both it and your family restored in full. Minus your title, naturally.
Your mind reels at these words. For almost 2 decades, a countless number of innocent people have suffered under the afflictions Daventry has had to endure. So many more people would continue to suffer indefinitely, notwithstanding the pain you feel over your own family's misfortune. With a simple statement, you could put an end to it all.
Okay, so that was a long, just long talk. Well, this is kind of spoilers-ish. The way this remake is, it's kind of going under the assumption that you've played the King's Quest games and know the lore and stuff. This is like what happens after King's Quest 2 leading up to what happens in King's Quest 3 and 4. King's Quest 3 is the story of Alexander / Gwydion, but you don't find out it's Alexander until the end of the game. Spoilers for about a 20-year-old game. Actually, almost 30 years old, shit. But, it's the story of Alexander and Gwydion, Alexander / Gwydion rescuing his sister, Rosella, while this was happening. And I guess this is kind of going under the assumption of this guy cursed the family, hence why King Graham and everyone's in trouble still. So I'm actually going to save because I'm not 100% sure which answer this is. Let's see. I think it's severing the lifeline bit, but no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's severing the lifeline because it's assuming that you'd rather die to save your kingdom than give that man. I'm pretty sure this is the answer. If not, I'll come back and show you the right one.
To give you my crown would signify a change of leadership. So says the law of this land. It also says that the crown is to be worn only by those with the highest regard and intent for Daventry. So, to give it to such a vile being as you would betray the honor and memory of all the past kings who have worn it. No, I will not do it.
Not even for the sake of your family?
There are some principles for which even one's family must be sacrificed.
The man appraises you as a scientist would a unique specimen.
What an intriguing set of morals you have, King Graham. I almost look forward to the time when you will put aside your obligations here and seek me out. I have foreseen that we shall meet again.
Behold your third test.
Okay, yeah, that was the right one, because we got a point.
Once again, you feel yourself age. You are many years older now, though still, thankfully, King of Daventry. As before, the knowledge of the previous test ebbs from your mind. This time, however, it is filled with a greater knowledge of all that has come to pass thus far. Many years have passed. Your children, once heirs to your throne, have forged their own paths in other kingdoms. Fortunately, chance has seen fit to fill the vacuum. Following the restoration of the Mask of Eternity, Daventry now has a new champion.
How do you feel?
I am deeply honored, sire.
All right. Now, how do you really feel?
Scared out of my wits, sire.
You smile and feel the lines in your face stretch. You hope you'll get used to it when the true time comes.
You know what they've been saying. About my decision, that is.
The people question my ability to perform the duties when I have another higher obligation. I believe that I can attend to both with the utmost equity.
You do not deny that this obligation may arise at any moment, perhaps taking you away from this country at a time of great need?
Of course not, sire, but I shall deal with that troll, as they say, when I cross that bridge.
And there is the matter of you not being of royal birth. That does not sit comfortably with some of the nobles.
The qualities of truth, light, and order can shine from even the most impoverished of souls. Nobility is defined through one's actions, not one's lineage, Your Majesty.
You cannot help but smirk. For a man who had once lived as a peasant, he speaks extremely well.
Alrighty. Excuse me. Wow, I have, whatever. I'm tired. My voice is kind of blah since I've worked tonight. Okay. So, this is Connor. He was the protagonist in King's Quest, 8. Yeah, that's the one. I've never played King's Quest 8. I've actually never played anything past 6, because, you know, I haven't. Plus, most people haven't played King's Quest, well, people have played King's Quest 7, and people don't speak about King's Quest 8, but they know about Connor and stuff like that. Well, basically, this one proves just to show that, you know, we need an heir to the throne, and, you know, our kids are getting married and they have their own kingdoms. So we could say not to knight him because, you know, he's not a person, or we can knight him so he can become the next King of Daventry, or we could show this off, which I would show off if it wasn't so long and I needed to reset it. But this one's kind of funny. I might do a little extra thing real quick not after the video, but I might make a little special video of like what happens whenever you choose that, maybe, but I'm not sure. Anyway, so we have to knight him so that he becomes the next King of Daventry.
Kneel. Your sword. By virtue of your bravery, loyalty, and good conscience, I have chosen you to be my first knight. Thus you are my successor and heir to this throne. Arise, Sir Connor of Daventry.
In an instant, you find yourself standing before the Cloud Spirit once more. You also notice that it is starting to get dark.
You have demonstrated your sound understanding of compassion, honor, and loyalty. These attributes transcend the mind and speak of the soul within you. Growth continues unabated throughout the lives of all living things. You have grown much, learnt a great deal, and will continue to grow in all ways. You are judged worthy of the Air and Growth Gem.
Sweet. Oh, excuse me. So we just take this, and I'm just saying, once we... You're gonna talk, and I know it.
You take the growth gem. As you feel the knowledge of the last test fade from your mind, the cloud beneath your feet begins to evaporate. You'd better get out of here quickly, Graham.
And they actually do mean quickly. If we stay too long, the clouds disappear and we die. So, take your hand on the Pegasus and get the fuck out of here. And we go down to the ground. Yeah.
Finally, your flight comes to an end. You hope that it will be quite a while before you take to the air again.
Where would you like me to land?
On the ground would be fine.
Take this sugar cube. It will protect against the poisonous growth of this land. Fare thee well.
You know, I just noticed, why did it sound at times that the horse was Irish? I don't really...
You notice you have lost a few things during your descent. Mostly all that paper you were carrying. You are not concerned, though, as long as you don't get into trouble for littering. As dusk sets in and the pallid moon rises above the darkened horizon, you recall the Door of Destiny's words regarding the third gem, through swampy mire, in lone dark castle. Then you remember the great Neptune's disquiet reluctance to speak of Kalima's lord. You sense a growing unease that this final gem may not be the easiest to acquire.
And it won't be. It's gonna be... I'll admit, I like this last bit of the game. It's pretty awesome. Let me check something in the town real quick before I... Oh, why... Okay. I was like, why was it... I don't know, it sounded like it wasn't going. Before I end this video, because I'm about to end it pretty soon, because we've been going long enough, but there's an item I need to get, and I haven't gotten it yet, and I'm really worried about it. Are you here?
Hey!
There we go.
What? Who said that?
I did!
Huh?
I'm down here, in the hay!
Oh. Well, who are you?
My name is,
Yes?
I can't seem to remember.
Well then, what are you?
Oh, I'm
Yes?
Can't seem to remember that either.
Well, what are you doing in this haystack?
That's easy. I was looking for... Oh.
You can't remember.
No. Sorry.
How long have you been in there?
Let's see. It couldn't be longer than...
Yes?
3, maybe 4 weeks?
Weeks?
Yep.
Pardon me for saying, but you sound as if you have a bit of a cold.
Yes. It's all this hay. It's giving me hay fever.
Okay, so this was the item I needed to get, and that guy's sneezing, and the closest thing we can give him is this cloth right here, which we got from that bottle way back when. So let's give it to him real quick, so he can blow his nose.
Here. This might help your sneezing.
Oh, thanks. Here, you can have this back now.
You retrieve the partially used cloth from the haystack.
Feel better?
Yeah, it's so good to be able to
Oh, something popped out. What was it? But I saw a sparkle.
A shiny silver needle lays on the ground near the haystack.
Yes, this is what I was needing. I was afraid I had hoped. I honestly thought I had made the game unwinnable right now and would have to go back and replay because that wasn't. Because I could have sworn when he walked by he sneezed, and I haven't heard him sneeze the whole time of the Let's Play. So I'm actually very relieved that he sneezed, and we can get the needle now because we need this to beat the game. So let's pick it up.
You take the silver needle.
Sweet.
Ouch! The needle pierces your skin easily.
Because Graham is a masochist. No, sadist. We'll probably sadomasochist a bit at times, but who's to judge? I can't judge. Because, yeah, go down. There you go. Alrighty. Well, now that I've gotten the kind of silliness of most of the game out of the way, as you can see, we still have about half our points to get. And honestly, we're about halfway through the game right now, but don't feel bad. This is going to go by quicker because like there's more. It's much more story. It's much more involving, and this is the part of the game I love because it's all dark and foreboding, and it's just a huge contrast. The early part of the game was just so light and a bit more carefree. So yeah, so we're here, and as you can see, that there's a gong, not a gong, a bell going off in the background, which we will investigate in the next episode of Let's Play King's Quest 2 VGA. Thank you all for watching, and good night.